to maintain law and order, safeguard citizens' rights, and provide essential public services.
Remember, one of the pillars of the roadmap is innovation and entrepreneurship.
There has been this question of how are you protecting our indigenous seed?
It's going to be a tall project that answers somebody's question.
For the past 20 weeks, the Front Bench has brought you insightful discussions on governance, security, healthcare, justice, and commerce.
When you go through this complicated procedure, involve the lawyers, you bring the case against him, the judge will hear you out and pass judgment, and you're out of court in record time.
We remain committed to keeping you informed and engaged on key national matters.
So these are huge, these are powerful organizations which now Uganda chairs. Why don't you come together?
If we haven't migrated to the e-card because of various reasons, including that not all the people of Uganda have smartphones.
You can sit in your house, apply for a passport.
If you have a Ugandan who has a successful logistics firm in the US, it means he can come to Uganda and do a lot more.
Now airing every Monday at 8:30 p.m. with me, Jethro Kasaiji, your interface with the government only on your public broadcaster, UBC, Inspiring Uganda.
We're going to be talking about farming, but it's not me that's going to do that.
My name is Hava K. Luanga.
My name is Larry Charles K.
Let's go!
Mixed farm is a type of farming that involves growing crops and raising livestock. This is the spice garden and for the vegetables.
My first favorite spice has to be black pepper.
What's black pepper in Uganda?
Kamulali or mudagavu.
What? We're going to talk about the sechunga. We're going to see how big it is, as big as Larry's head. And then we're going to talk about the mangada. So we're going to get there. We have still so many farms to visit. And I would like to hear from you. This is the Little Farmer Show, and we are bringing coolness back to farming. See you!
Juko. Yo. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the Parish development model, PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The Parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Buza Commissioner, enhancing tax education and bringing it closer to the taxpayers. Many Ugandans have questions about the taxes they pay to URA.
When we come at revenue, they tell us to clear chitenge at 10,000. And when we are selling chitenge, we sell it at 17. So we don't know whether we are working or not.
Understanding your tax obligations can help you grow your business and avoid unnecessary losses. Now, you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887, and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world. holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotelconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Uganda Extra. I'm Robert Chirabonyonitono this Monday morning. Thank you so much for being with us on UBC TV. Now today we are going to be going into culture. And what am I referring to? We are going to be discussing the 31st coronation anniversary of the Omukama of Bunyoro, that is Dr. Solomon Gafabusa Iguru the First. And with me on set to discuss this, I have Owekitinisa. Yes. That is Isaac Kalembe Akiki, yes, who is the member of, he's a member of the Bunyoro Kingdom, and on the 31st coronation anniversary as the man dealing with publicity. Owekitinisa. You're most welcome.
Right, honorable. I'm the Omutalindwa. Omutalindwa meaning speaker of the Rukurato, that's the parliament of Bunyoro Kingdom. So if you have difficulty in pronouncing the word Omutalindwa, you can call me speaker. I'm the speaker of the parliament of Bunyoro Kingdom.
Omutalindwa.
Omutalindwa, yes.
I think that is not so hard for my tongue. Yes. Omutalindwa.
Yes.
Briefly, for people, yes, we know we've had kingdoms around. But tell us about Bunyoro Kitara.
Thank you very much. Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom is the oldest and the most significant kingdom in the Interlacustrine or Great Lakes region of East Africa. At its zenith, it was founded by the Batembuzi. We've had 3 dynasties, the Batembuzi, the Bachwezi, and currently the Babito. The Batembuzi, meaning pioneers, because they are the first to establish this kingdom. We had 19 kings. In Bunyoro Rutoro, a king is Omukama, and the plural is Abakama. So we had 19 Batembuzi kings. After that dynasty, there came another dynasty, that's the Bachwezi. Perhaps maybe the most significant. And the Bachwezi, we had only 2 kings. Others say 2.5, others say 3. Why? Because one of them was just a caretaker. The first Mutembuzi king was in Ndahura, who reigned from the 13th century. The Bachwezi reigned for 150 years, 2 of them. So it so happened that during a military expedition to Karagwe, that's Buziba, to be specific, in northern Tanzania, he was arrested by a local chief called Kiro. Kiro in Bunyoro Rutoro means night time. So it is believed that Kiro had magical powers which could turn daylight into darkness. So when he realized that Ndahura had invaded his area, he performed his magic, and the sun set or disappeared. So Ndahura was captured and was taken as prisoner of war, and he was in prison. Remember, he's a king. He has come from the Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom. By then, the headquarters of Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom was Mubende Hill. So news infiltrated back to the kingdom that the king has been arrested. He has been taken as prisoner of war. And the throne couldn't stay without someone. So they had to pick someone from among the Bachwezi to caretake, and that is Mulindwa. And the word Mulindwa comes from the word Kulinda, just to caretake. You are not the owner or the rightful one. So he just caretook. And it so happened that a military rescue expedition was launched, and the king in Ndahura was rescued. He was brought back to the palace. So Mulindwa stepped back. I said, no, I was just caretaking. Can you take over? And Ndahura said, no, I can't be king anymore because I've been humiliated. How can a prisoner of war be king? He abdicated and left the kingdom, and he proceeded westwards until he settled on the foothills of Mount Rwenzori. That's Mount Rwenjura, that's the right word. Rwenzori was just a mispronunciation of the name.
Rwenzori has something to do with rain.
Rwenjura, yes, rain, yeah, because it's ever raining because of the snow. So he settled around Nyakasura with his mother, called Nyinamwiru. And so if you went to if you are conversant with that area, there are physical features called Amabere ga Nyinamwiru, the breasts of Nyinamwiru. Those are the stalactites which are ever water sipping down, which looks like milk. That's why they're called Amabere ga Nyinamwiru. Meanwhile, his son, who was a military commander, Wamara, took over as king of Bunyoro Kitara Empire at the time.
So what happened to the caretaker?
The caretaker stepped down. Mulindwa said, for my just caretaking, I cannot be king. You have come back, take over the throne. And the king has abdicated, so the son of Wamara, of Ndahura takes over, and his name was Wamara. Wamara means to be the last. So he was the last. So these names had some cultural significance. So that's how the Bachwezi came to an end, and they were succeeded by their distant relatives. All the three dynasties are connected. The father of Vundahura, the first Muchwezi king, was a Mutembuzi, that is Isimbwa. And the father of the Babito, Kiomia, was a Muchwezi. So I don't know whether we should call them Batembuzi, what a difference, that remained to be seen. The current dynasty, that is the Babito, which ascended the throne on the 15th, 16th century, has had 27 kings. The current Umkama, Dr. Solomon Gafuabasa Iguru, is the 27th Movito king. So all the other kingdoms, by the way, the Bunyoro Kingdom stretched from Gondokoro. Gondokoro is present-day Juba in South Sudan.
You want to tell me they were Babito there?
Yes. Yes, they were. But that's where they came from. They came from Bukidi. Bukidi is present-day Lango. Bukidi means the land of Lakidi, who was the local chief, who was the father of the lady who gave birth, who produced the Babito brothers, 5 of them, 4 brothers and 1 sister. And these are the ones who came to replace the Batembuzi. Their father, as I've told you, was Kiomia, who was a Movito, but for him, he was a professional hunter. He would go and hunt. So on one of his hunting expeditions, he lands on a beautiful girl, the daughter of Lakidi, the chief of Ukidi, and he impregnates her, and she gives birth to the firstborn called Nyarwa. The second dry season, he goes back. By then, by the way, the River Nile was still navigable. You'd cross it until it was during 1961, the floods of 1961, that the River Nile, the water of River Nile flooded and increased in size, so it could no longer be crossed. The river could not be crossed. But before that, it could be crossed somewhere around Kiriandongo, there on that loop of the Nile. Yeah, so that's where he would pass and go. So this time he goes back, impregnates the lady again, and this time she gives birth to twins, Singoma Mpuga, Rokedi, and his brother Kato. You get it? During that period, it was a taboo for a girl to conceive before marriage, outside wedlock. So when she conceived the first time, they asked her, who is responsible for the pregnancy? She said, the other light complexioned man who came here with very many hunters is the one. So those people knew that this was a member of the royal family. He was a Muchwezi. They couldn't say much. They just kept quiet. Now, here comes the second time. He has impregnated this girl again and gives birth to twins. He said, no. And by then, there were a lot of cultural taboos associated with twins. He said, you are not going to be affected by this curse. Can you go back? You just go to your husband. They excommunicated her. They crossed the River Nile and settled at Kihura County. Kihura County is present-day Machizoni Falls National Park. That area was habitable. So they built for her a hut and a fig tree. How do you call a fig tree in Uganda? Mumtoma. And in Bunyoro Rutoro, we call it Mumtoma. But in Lugo, it is called Bito. So they built a hut for her under a Bito tree, and that's where she stayed with her children. The man did not stop there. He came again, impregnated her. He gave birth to Kiza. Kiza is a name given to...
Speaker.
Yes, please.
I must be honest, I can take the whole show listening to this rich history that you have.
Yes.
I enjoy history so much, and I know so do our viewer.
Yes.
Because we know the challenge you have is we don't write books.
We don't write. I have written.
So I hope you don't do us a disservice and don't write a book. You have very, very rich history.
I'm a writer, I'm a journalist, professional journalist. I have written 1 book so far. This is Omukama Chatu Kabalega.
Wow.
1853 to 1923. It was published on the 6th of April 2023 when we were commemorating 100 years of the death of Omukama Kabalega Chatu II. He died on the 6th of April 1923, when he was returning from exile, Sicils, where I had been in prison, he was just at Jinja here, at a place called Impumuire, meaning I have rested, because he knew that when he was reached Busoga, which was part of the kingdom by then, he knew he was almost home. So he called that place Impumuire, but he ended up dying there. That's what in Uganda and Busoga they call it Impumude. Yeah, so I have written, and I'm still writing more books. Yeah, but what I was saying is the significance of Bunyoro Kingdom. I was still telling you the extent that was stretching from Gondokoro in the north up to Karagwe in the south, in the west, in the south rather. Karagwe is northern Tanzania.
Yes.
Debaziba. Those people speak in Nyoro. They are Banyoro. You are going to find there people with names like Tibayijuk and what have you, and they speak pure Nyoro. Don't ask yourself, how come that these people are speaking Banyoro, they are here? It shows that that's the extent of Bunyoro Kingdom. In the east, the kingdom spread from western Kenya, around yes, western Kenya, those are Banyoro, and in the west, it went all the way to Ituri forest, that tropical rainforest in the DR Congo. So the people who are between Lake Mwitanzige, that Lake Albert, and Ituri forest are Banyoro. The Balega, the people of Mboga, the Bahema, not Bahima, Bahema. All those people are Banyoro. And in short, that's the extent of how big the kingdom was. And all the other kingdoms and chiefdoms that exist in this region are offshoots of Bunyoro Kingdom. Right from Uganda, because Uganda was founded by, in our version, Buganda was founded by the brother of Mpugarukidi, the twin, because when these people came, were sent to come and replace the Bachwezi, Kato Kimera was picked to be the heir. But when they grew up, he said, it is an embarrassment for us to be here as brothers. I'm the king, you are not king. Why don't you go and settle somewhere, not as kings, but as my emissaries, as my ambassadors. He said, he picked his brother Kato, his twin brother. He said, you go to Muhwawa. Muhwawa is the Kinyoro name for Uganda, which means the place of wild dogs. He said, go there to Uganda, you will be my emissary, but don't become king. Because he was a young boy, he got Masitula men to accompany him and escort him from the Bafumambogo clan. Bafumambogo clan, Mbogo means buffalo. So here in Uganda, that's the Mbogo clan. He said, carry my brother when he gets tired, and carry his rations, including salt from Kibiro, dry roast meat, finger millet, and the rest. He said, accompany him. And he escorted him all the way to around, I think that's Bukomero there. He said, please go in peace, be there my ambassador, but don't rebel. And in the palace, he left there his house, in the palace. Right now, we have 9 cultural houses or huts in the palace. One of the houses is called Kiakato, meaning this is Kato's house. Whenever we get a delegation from Buganda, we encourage them to use that house. In fact, at one point we expect, maybe when the Kabaka visits, we shall tell him, that's your house, that's the one that was left by your founding father, please occupy it. Yeah, you get it. So when Kato came here, he told the people that for me, I've been sent as an ambassador of my brother, Ndimubaka. And so the word Kabaka comes from the word Mubaka. But later, he realized that why should he just be used as an emissary, as an ambassador? He rebelled, and he started his kingdom. And he sent a message to his brother back home that don't take me for a joke. I have sprouted. When you plant a seed, it germinates sprouts. The word sprouting in Onyoro is kumera. He told him, Nyowe mezere. That's where the name Kato Kimera came from. And he said, this is my portion of the kingdom. The word portion in Nyoro is Omuganda. Gunu Muganda Gwange. So the name Uganda comes from the word Omuganda, which is a portion. So he carved out a piece of the kingdom for himself, and he became the Kabaka who had sprouted. Kato Kimera. Meanwhile, the younger one, Kato Kimera, was sent to Busoga by his brother. Go and stay there. He gave him 11 clan heads. Let's say clans from Bunyoro, 11 of them who accompanied him. They crossed here Masindi Port and landed in Kamuli, and they founded Busoga. Should I call it a kingdom? A principality, Busoga principality. And because he was light-skinned, like his father, the Muchwezi Kiomya, the Busoga called him Omukama Nyamutukula. Nyamutukula meaning light complexioned. You may call him brown. So that's how this kingdom was related. Koki, those are Bunyoro, pure Bunyoro. The Bukidi, that's the land where the Bachuez come, the Vito came from, their mother came from. That was a sacred meaning holy, a holy area. We still regard Bukidi, it was the British who called them Langi and the area called Lango, which is derogatory meaning naked people. They are not naked because they used to wear clothes, but out of disrespect they called them Balangi. But during the time of Kabalega, Mukamachua to Kabalega, there were 28 counties in Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom. Only one county did not have a county chief, that is Bukidi. He was the county chief of Bukidi as the king. He said, I cannot demean my people, my cradle and where we come from, by appointing there someone to rule over them. So he ruled Lango as the chief. So that's how significant Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom is. And all kingdoms, by default or by design, they recognize the significance of Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom. For example, at coronation or at the enthronement of a king anywhere in this region, they will come to Bunyoro to at least pick two things, or to be blessed, to have blessing. Remember recently, 2 years ago, when the Kabazinga was almost being as well, he came to Bunyoro to seek blessings of our king, and he was blessed. So he was always religious to us. Any king, even here in Uganda, there is the fire that does not go out, which is always burning whenever, so long as the Mukama is alive, that fire will be burning in the palace. So any kingdom, any chiefdom in the region, if they are installing their chief or their king, they will come and pick an ember, a live charcoal from Bunyoro Kitara, from Hoima, from the Karuzika. Even in Uganda they do it. In the north, the northern chiefdom do it. And another thing, a drum. The symbol of authority, of power in Bunyoro Kitara empire is the drum. So all these chiefdoms, the drums, the royal drums that they have to come from Bunyoro. Even the spear.
Speaker. We can take a day discussing Bunyoro, but there's something very important, which is the 31st coronation.
The 31st coronation.
Now, please take us through.
Omukama Solomon, Omukama Dr. Solomon Gafuavasa Iguru, the first, ascended the throne on the 11th of June 1994. Remember, during the 1966 crisis in Uganda, Obote abolished Buganda Kingdom first. Then the following year, 1967, he abolished all the other kingdoms. So Uganda became a republic. Even when Amin came to power, when he overthrew Obote on the 25th of January 1971, the kingdoms were not reinstated. Uganda remained a republic. Remember, there were very many delegations, even here from Buganda, Kakungulu, and what have you, Prince Kakungulu, who went to Amin, and please, can you restate our kingdoms? Even when Mutesa died in 1960, Kawaka Mutesa died in 1969, during the burial, the current Kawaka was still a prince. He was introduced to Amin as, when will he be reinstated as Mukama? But Amin refused. But 1993, the current government, and we thank President Yoweri Museveni government, decided to reinstate the kingdom as cultural institutions, not as kingdoms. And Bunyoro was supposed to be the first to be reinstated. However, there was a legal dispute, a legal wrangle between two princesses, the current king and his elder brother, who was supposed to be king, but their father had changed his mind. So it went to court. In the meantime, Buganda, the Kabaka Mutebe was reinstated. Mutebe was reinstated as Kabaka of Uganda. Then the following year, on the 11th of June, 1994, Bunyoro, the current king, was reinstated. So the day a king ascends the throne, there are two words which are associated with that. Is either kujumura engoma. When a king passes on, the drum is placed upside down, turned upside down, like this. So until the next heir comes to the throne, that's when it will be placed upright. So that is called kutera. It is either kutera engoma, sounding the drum, or kujumura engoma, lifting it upright so that it is placed, and we know that we have a new. So that function, that event is called empango. Empango coming from the word, which is the drum. Empango, big drum. So the occasion, the day a king ascends the throne, ngoma, sounding it with sticks on a mount or a mound. Here there is a place where he does it in the Karuzika, or turns it upside down. That's called empango. And every year, that day is commemorated. So this year, it is going to be the 31st empango anniversary of our current king, Dr. Solomon Gafabusa Iguru the First. So it's almost a generation. Because the generation comprises 30 to 40 years, 20 others, 20 to 30 years. So the generation. Good. Luckily enough, I was there on the 11th of April, of June 1994 when we did it. It was a colorful moment. So that's what is going to happen on the 11th of June this year. It's going to be 31 years since I've been on that throne. However, we have learned a series of events.
Now that's where we're interested to know.
Yeah. The theme for this year's empango is socio-economic development through cultural diversity. Cultural diversity implying that Bunyoro is not a tribe. Bunyoro is a nation.
Let me get you right.
Yes.
Among the tribes you have in Uganda, Bunyoro is one of those tribes.
No, Bunyoro is not a tribe. Bunyoro is a nation. It comprises very many sub-nations.
Can you have a nation within a nation?
Yes, we do. Are the English, for example, are the English a tribe in Great Britain? Are the Scots a tribe? Why should we have tribes here, and for them they have a nation? Bunyoro is a nation. It comprises very many sub-nations. For example, I come from Mugahia, Hoima. I'm a Mugahia. The Bagahia are not a tribe, we are a sub-nation of Bunyoro. There are the people of Masindi, the Basindi. They are not a tribe.
But they are Bunyoro.
Yes, they are Bunyoro. We have the Bagungu. The Bagungu are not a tribe, they are a sub-nation of Bunyoro. And by the way, for your information, what we have currently as Bunyoro is just an island. An island between two lakes and 4 rivers. Lake Mwitanzige, that is Lake Albert. Lake Kyoga, River Kihira. Kihira, that's the name, the Kinyoro name for the Nile. River Kihira, River Kafo, River Anguse, and River Muzizi. So that was what was left of the mighty kingdom that I have been explaining to you. Otherwise, the rest of a big chunk of Bunyoro was given away during the Bunyoro expedition of 1893 to 1899 when the British invaded Kabalega, Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom, because they wanted to control the Nile Valley region. But this king our 23rd Mukama king, for him, he could not hear of that. They decided to invade him. And what happened? They were not expecting the resistance that he staged, and they decided to punish Bunyoro by giving away territory of Bunyoro to the neighboring kingdoms. Bunyoro took, Uganda took 5.5 counties. We call them the lost counties, but how can land disappear? It is not something like a book that land is there, we know they are there. Toro took 5 counties, Angola took 3, but DR Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo, took 3/4 of Bunyoro. 3/4 of the Bunyoro are not here. They're in DR Congo. From the shores of Lake Muitanzige, we call it Muitanzige, let's use the Kinyoro name, Lake Muitanzige, kill of locusts, that's what it means. Up the Ituri forest, from West Nile, Lado Enclave. The Lado Enclave is that tip of on Lake Muitanzige at the top there, up to the Rwenzori Mountains and down there, all the way to DR Congo. All those are Bunyoro. And then, of course, we have these ancestral counties, like Bukidi that I've talked about, which they called Lango, and even Ganyi. Ganyi is the present-day Lango. I mean Acholi. Acholi, again, is a British invention. It's a British word. The traditional Kinyoro word for that place is called Ganyi, meaning the land of the brave people. Those people are brave, and they are Bunyoro, and they owe allegiance to us. That's a story for another day. We are still talking. We are here to talk about the Mpango. So, during this commemoration, we have a series of activities that we have. Previously, it used to be 9 days before the coming of the British. Mpango would be the people would celebrate for 9 days.
Imagine.
9. There are 2 figures which are of symbolic importance in Bunyoro culture. That's 9, meaning Omwenda. 9 is Omwenda, love. And then 7, Omsanju. So those 2 figures are symbolic. But for the Mpango, it used to last 9 days. But when the British took over, they declared Uganda British protectorate. And Bunyoro, by the way, was the last part of Bunyoro, the last part of Uganda to become part of Uganda. That was 1933 when we signed the Bunyoro Agreement. 1933, and we got independence 1962, so around 20-something years. Yeah. So the British said, no, this is wastage of time. We want these people to work, to offer free labor. They reduced the number of days for celebrating the Mpango to 4. Between 4 and 5. So during the reign of Omukama Duhaga II and Omukama Satito Gafuausa Winyi IV, the father of the current king, the Mpango had been scaled down to 4 to 5 days. And even right now, we realize that much as then 9 days was good, people would have they would enjoy, they would dance and for 9 days, but it's uneconomical. So we shifted, we accepted the changes that were made, but within those 5 days, we have a series of activities that usually take place. Currently, as of this year, we have the first activity that I'd like to talk about is the golf tournament. For the first time, we have lined up a golf tournament, Mpango Golf Tournament in Masindi. It started on Friday, the 31st. Yeah, so it's still ongoing. That's one activity.
But golf is a game for the wealthy.
Yes. You see, we have corporate entities. We have stakeholders who deal with us, like Kinyara. In fact, this tournament is sponsored by Kinyara Sugar Works. So we bring the stakeholders on board. And we want to bring people like you. You can go and play golf as part of celebrating our Mpango. That's one. 2, we have the Mpango Marathon. Marathon, the Kinyoro word for marathon is Mbiros Viaro. You are running
the villages.
Yes. So the Mpango Marathon is going to take place on the 7th. That's on Saturday. Yeah, in Hoima town.
How does one be part of it? Is it just...
You just register. You just register, you buy the jersey, you come and enjoy.
So where can we get these?
The jerseys are available in Hoima town. I think even in Kampala, I need to find out exactly. I will find out from the communication officer where you can readily buy them. But just come to Hoima, enjoy, run with us. 15 kilometers. You're not running for the sake of winning, but participating to see that you're part of the so that's one activity. The second activity that is that we have lined up. The other activity is, by the way, the proceeds from the Mpango ceremony. The jersey goes for it's between 20, depending on the quality and the of your jersey. It's between 20,000 and 40,000. The proceeds from this Mpango run are going to buy a cervical cancer for the cancer for the ladies, machine for Hoima Regional Referral Hospital. Yes. Even for the previous Mpango, we've been at least we have prioritized health of our people. I think last year it was Kikube that benefited, Kikube Health Center for. The other year it was Bulisa Health Center for. The other 3 years ago it was Masindi Hospital. So that's what we do. It's not for the kingdom. It is for the health of Uganda and the health of the people of Bunyoro Kingdom. Another activity that we have lined up is the natural cuisine. The natural cuisine. We are bringing back our local food dishes. So we have set up from the 6th to the 7th. There is a company owned by Bunyoro. It is registered in Uganda. It is called the event is called Native Food Festival.
Okay, Native Food Festival. Meaning and you're eating that native food, all food eaten by Bunyoro.
Come and enjoy the traditional Kinyoro dishes. You had a macharia, we had karo. All those food stuffs are there, and the drinks as well. Juice in Sunday from banana brew, everything that is local, that used to be prepared in the tradition of New York's culture, are going to be prepared for 2 days, and it is pocket friendly. But I think 20,000 shillings per dish. Will give you everything you enjoy. The venue is at the Rukurato Hall. That is at the Chambers. It's a big spacious place. So you'll be served to your feel. So this company, which is called Native Cuisine Africa Limited, is registered in Uganda, and its objective, its aim is to promote food tourism in Africa, focusing on indigenous cuisines and food festivals. Yes. So
so those are, we have the marathon, the cuisines, and the golf.
The golf course. And we also have the Thanksgiving service. Every year we have a church service at St. Peter's Cathedral where we pray to God, thanking Him for having kept our king alive and for having ensured the survival and sustainability of Bunyoro Kingdom. And that event is going to be on the 10th of June, the day before the Mpango. And we also have an exhibition at Boma Grounds. That's our Nambole at Hoima. It has already started. It started 2 days ago until go on until the day on the 11th. That's when it will end. So we are inviting everyone, corporate, individuals, those who have things to exhibit, come and register, and you buy a stall and you are free. Yeah. People have already started
Well, very interesting.
Yeah. And maybe let me talk about we shall have the Omujato. Omujato is a Kinyoro word for an eve event. On the eve of the Mpango, there will be a kasiki. That's what we call kasiki here.
Yes.
For us, we call it Omujato. It could be something like a stagger party. This Omujato, we decided to make it rotational. Much as the Karuzika, that's the palace headquarters, is in Hoima. And the Mpango cannot rotate. It has to be staged in Hoima for various cultural reasons that I cannot explain here. But we realize that we can have the Omujato in various. We have 8 districts in Bunyoro Kitara. So last year we were at Ulisa. This year the Omujato will be in Masindi. Okay. So on the 10th of April, all roads will be leading to Masindi. Come and enjoy. There will be barbecue, dancing, whining and dancing, throughout the night. And then the following day you come to Hoima for the Mpango. The Mpango, that's going to take place on the 11th of June, of this month, is different from the real Mpango. For the last since 2020, we have not had the full Mpango. For 2020, 2022, it was because of COVID.
Yes.
Then 2023 up to now, instead of having Mpango, you're supposed to come and dance, the royal dance. Dance, open. But our king has been unwell.
Yes.
For quite some time. And for the Mpango, he's the one who sounds that drum on that feature called the Katoti. So without the drum sounding, without those drums coming out of the palace for the people to enjoy, there cannot be Mpango. So 2023 we did not have Mpango, 2024 we didn't have, and even now. But we are going to commemorate that day at the Chambers Gardens again, the spacious place. It's only the Prime Minister, our Omhikirwa, whom we call Katikiro here, for us,
yes,
who will give the State of the Nation address on behalf of the kingdom. Otherwise, after that one, there will be, of course, there will be speeches, and we are expecting maybe the Fountain of Honor to come or to delegate. We're expecting at least, not less than 5,000 people to attend, but we are inviting everyone. And this is important. The most important cultural day in Bunyoro Kitara culture is the Mpango. I'm appealing to everyone, whether you are a Bunyoro or Kitara, an African, globally, to mark always in your diary the 11th of June in every year, so that you come and be part of us. We have nice facilities, hotels, by the way. We are one of the few cities, and the unique one at that. That's the oil city. And also unique in the sense that we are very hospitable and accommodative. That's why it is called Hoima. So I want everyone to come and feel at Hoima. Will you join us?
I was in Hoima just, I think, a few months back, about 2 months back.
Yes.
But I must say I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed my stay in Hoima. There are a number of entertainment places there.
Yes.
And the roads are okay.
Yes,
I loved the roads. You must have your geography properly, because some seem alike. You pass here, you land here. There is that wonderful. And I must say it was clean enough.
Yes, thank you.
It was clean enough. So please let our roads lead to
Hoima.
To Hoima.
Let it be on the 9th. You come early. 9th, no. Let it be on the 6th. Come and enjoy the cuisine. I've told you already that the golf tournament is ongoing.
Yes.
On the
I don't want to miss the native
cuisine.
Yeah,
yes. come and eat it. And eat it. On me, or for you, you'll have it on me.
Well,
yes.
That one from the speaker.
Yes.
Well, we must come to the end of this, speaker.
Yes,
but your parting shot or your final message to Ugandans and the Bunyoro in particular?
Oh, well, my parting shot is one, we still have a long way to go. People have not yet appreciated the importance of the kingdom in Bunyoro Kitara. Because of those lags between what the Brits did to us, from 1894 up to 1962, we really enjoyed only from maybe 1924 when Satitawin came to power up to 1967 when the kingdom was abolished. Between 1967, most of us were born during that period. To 1994, we were in limbo. People didn't know that even there was a kingdom. There was those structures. So people have not yet appreciated the importance of kingdoms. Obukama, Nitwe. We are the kingdom, not the Babito, not Kabumba. Okay, they are part of us, but all of us are the kingdoms. The pillars of Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom are the clans. We have 170 clans. I have been appealing to the clan to come and register with us so that we have a clear record of the clans that we have. And we are appealing to everyone in Uganda. I've talked about that. Can you mark 11th of June as the date will be in Hoima? To come and be part of us, to come and enjoy the cultural heritage, Bunyoro cultural heritage. And maybe we have a unique feature, our unique identity, that's Empako. Everyone should have Empako. We have 13 Empako. They are praise names, not pet names, because pets are animals. For us, we are human beings. We have 13 praise names, Empako. Mine is Akiki. And yours?
Akiki.
Akiki. And I'm going to give you a copy of this book. You read about those.
Thank you very much.
So everyone should have Empako. And all of us are Bunyoro. You see, time is not enough for us. I would have talked about the 6 categories of Bunyoro that we have. Everyone is a Bunyoro. So long as you come and you are very accommodating, we like people, we are hospitable. As the theme says, unity in diversity. Don't say that I'm not a Bunyoro. You are a Bunyoro wherever you are. My God. Even stakeholders are Bunyoro. If you love us, you've been to Hoima, now you see how we are talking about our good roads and that. You have not talked about the international airport, you have not talked about the oil refinery, you have not talked about the industrial park. Very many things. I wonder if you went to Mpala.
I loved my stay at HB Hotel.
HB Hotel. HB Hotel, those are my neighbors. HB stands for Hotel Buffalo. Because those are Bafumambogo from the Buffalo clan. They named their hotel HB, meaning Hotel Buffalo. Hotel which is owned by the Bafumambogo, whom here in Uganda you call the Mbogo clan. But I come from Kitoba. It is 12 kilometers from Hoima town, and we are neighbors with the Magara family. So next time you come, maybe you could even come and check on me. I'm no longer in formal employment. I took early retirement last year. I'm doing my own things, but I remain a journalist. I'm writing books. This is one of the books that I have written. And I would also, by the way, encourage people to read this book. It's very good. Omukama Chwatu Kabalega, A Life and Legacy, 1853, that's when he was born, 1923, that's when he passed on. You'll find there a lot of things.
Wakitingis, allow me wish you the very best. Thank you so much for the history that you've given us this morning. Everybody's a Bunyoro, how big Bunyoro Kingdom was, but also very importantly that you must mark that date on the 11th of June. All roads will be heading to Bunyoro for the main celebration. Have the best of your day. May the good Lord bless you. Good morning.
Bless you.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there